Hey, doing YouTube. Matt with Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. And, again, I have no idea what I'm about to drink, if that was proper English, because it is a Draai Laag beer. And Draai Laag is just the kooky, madooky, fucking craziest Island of Dr. Moreau breweries that is kind of just doing all kinds of weird shit, and I'm a big fan. So yeah. It's probably, or almost definitely Belgian-based. Definitely a wild, funky yeast. And who else knows? So there we go. As far as what it says in a bottle, it says Simon Girty, I think. Girty. All it says is ale aged on lees. Ale brewed with honey, cocoa, and orange peel. And that would be it. Super ghetto artwork in a way that I absolutely adore it. And the fact that it's super shit-tastic. In a way, Belgian labels are shit-tastic. When I say shit-tastic, you probably take that as like, oh, he hates it. No. There's this, like, animalistic kind of, like, just basicness to Belgian labeling, and if they've embraced that wholeheartedly on this bottle, and pretty much all their bottles. So there you go. So let's see what this has. Like I said, wild beer, almost definitely. I mean, they just kind of go crazy with their yeast. Up there, beautiful color already. You got your cocoa, orange peel, and what was the other one on there? Honey? Yeah. So, just had barely a pinky's worth of khaki colored head. Not all that creamy. Receding pretty damn quick. And color wise, you know, it looks good. You know? I mean, it's nice. You don't know what kind of beer it is, so you don't know exactly what the hell is going to come out of it. I've never had it before, other than those notes on there. That's all I'm working with. And it looks like a double. Looks like a Belgian dark. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting off of it, but who the hell knows? Considering Draai Laag's track record. Legs for days. Yeah, let's see what the nose has. Oh, that smells fantastic. Spicy Belgian soul. That's what I get from every single one of Draai Laag's beers. Nice spiciness, almost like this. It's like a spicy orange. It's like a mixture of the flesh with the peel, with some pepperiness, almost even like a little bit of chili. You definitely get that little bit of honey in there. Getting a nice cocoa in there. It's not cacao. It's not dark baker's chocolate. You're talking about straight up cocoa, just powdery, milky goodness, and you are getting a little bit of like a fruity floralness from what I assume is a bizarre yeast. It doesn't smell like it was brewed with fruit. It just smells like it. It just smells like it was brewed with a nice, beautiful house yeast, and I think that's kind of what the deal is with this brewery. I've had multiple offerings from them. And they just kind of turn me on every single time. And I think it's just the yeast character that they drive throughout the brewery is just, for me, is just purely in sync with what I'm into. Yeah. Just it's a weird thing to say because I don't want to say it. It's like a bright fruit with a slightly almost rotten fruit right before it's bad. I'm getting that cocoa in there. I'm getting a little bit of honey. I'm just getting like dirty dankness, not dank in the way that hops is. For me, dirty filthiness, I should say, not to confuse anybody, but also with a nice bright freshness. It's like a combination of like when you have that two different parts of your wild yeast. It just works for me. Super impactful on the nose, like a spicy Belgian wrapped chocolate fruit candy, and I'm gonna dive right in. Cheers. Way less in the mouth than I thought there was going to be in the nose. It was so bright, so huge in the nose. That being said, that is not a bad thing. First thing you get. First thing I get, not you, is a tartness. Get this like I don't want to say apple skin. I want to say almost like a it's it's an apple skin, but it's not like a yellow apple skin, or it's not just a generic apple skin. Every time it's different. It's awesome. Like pear. Get pear skin. Not pear, but pear skin. And you get pear skin, and the Brett comes through. You're getting this big. It's not overly drying. This blast of this just like funkiness. It's not your generic, barnyard funkiness. This is super earthiness, like almost like dirt, like a dank basement kind of coming through there. And that cocoa powder is kind of like fiddles around in the end there. It's like really fluffy. Like a really fluffy cocoa powder. It's not like you're like, oh, I got chocolate. It's in there. No, it's almost like there's like powder in your mouth. Yeah. This is good beer. This is what it is. To me, this just works for me. I don't know who else out there is into these types of flavors, because it's very unique for me. The profile they're bringing out in their beers, and it just works for me. I don't want to be called a homer, because I kind of feel like bulk of their beers. There's a couple of beers that didn't turn me on, but a bulk of them, they've turned me on, and it absolutely has nothing to do with anything other than the fact that I love this brewery, because it kind of feels like that way. Like last couple I've had, I've just gushed over. I've gushed over them because I like them, not because anything other than the fact that I dig them. Yeah, this is so cool. Now, just to go off the label, you're getting a little bit of honey, coconut, or not coconut, so cocoa is definitely in there. Orange peel, honey. Honey is not so much the flavor I'm getting in there. Okay? I'm just trying to pick that apart. I think the honey is coming through and balancing out the wild yeast on there. This is not like a huge honey note, but I think it's kind of like counterbalancing that yeast strain to make it more balanced. So when you drink this, don't expect a huge honey blast. The cocoa, like I said, that's forefront. That is the star of the show. The orange peel, it's there. Now talking about it, looking at the label, it's there, but it's more like it's very fleeting. To me, it tastes like there's more fruit notes coming from the yeast than the actual like orange peel itself. But that'd just be just me. But yeah, this is my beer. This is what I like. There's beers that actually are more viscerally intense for me, that turn me on. You know what I mean? But from a, how do I put it? There's hot girls or hot guys. Either way, whether you're male, female, gay, straight, whatever. You see somebody and you're like, that person is fucking gorgeous. And you just like, oh my god, they're so beautiful. I want to spend time with them, or stick my penis in their vagina, or penis in the asshole, or whatever hole you want to stick your protrudement in, or scissor. I don't know what you're doing out there. Anyway, somebody you're into, and you're like, wow, damn, they're so beautiful. But then there's somebody, and it's weird to say because we all know it, but we don't like talk about it. But there's somebody that's like definitely not as beautiful. You know what I mean? But they just blow you off your fucking feet. You know what I mean? Like they're not the atypical fucking, like, taken care of and everything about them. Like everything's colored and shaved and cut and cleaned to the point where they're almost like a comic book. There's just somebody that you see them and you talk to them and you instantly you want to spend time with that person, even though they're not atypically beautiful or whatever you want to call them. There's just some kind of reaction with the way they are. That's the way these beers kind of deal with me, because it's like I've had cleaner beers, I've had more robust beers, I've had I want to say better beers, and I know it's kind of weird to say the way I'm reacting, but something about this beer and a lot of the beers this brewery produces just kind of work for me. Yeah, so there you go. And that's the whole thing. Like I talk about this channel, I'm rating them the way I like them. Not I'm going to tell you if it's good or bad. And this is made well. There's flaws, but it's made well, very, very well. But I'm also going to rate it in a way that I think I like it. That way you get a baseline of what I like. So if you like what I like, then you'll know what you'll like based off of what I like, if that makes any sense. So rating-wise, I'm going to give this a 93. I think it's going to age fantastically. I think it has a yeast that is just going to climb and grow and change into something totally different probably than what I'm tasting right now, but I think it's going to be damn fucking interesting. And, yeah. Just a brewery that I'm a fan of. And if they make something that I think sucks fucking ass, I'm going to say it. But right now, brass taxes is one of my favorite breweries go. So there you go. Draai Laag Brewing's. What's the name of it again? Simon Girty. Whatever the hell that means. Buy it. If you like what we like this. If you like interesting beers. If you like beers that change in your palate every time you fucking drink it. Or every time you take a sip from it. If you like funkiness. Not sour, but funkiness. And you like wild yeast that is very fucking schizophrenic. If you like beers that are just interesting. You'll like this beer. Because that's what this is. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review as much as I did. If you did or you didn't, let us know. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram on tap. Like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Massive Beers and all those places. And yeah, another review down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying an interesting enough beer as this one. Because there aren't as many as interesting as this. Or as much as I'm exposed to. Because there's so much good beer out there. And hope to see you next time. Cheers.